Hey, and welcome back to the Football Manager playthrough as Colin FC. It's been actually quite a while since I've played this game. I kind of put it on the back burner while I was doing another game playthrough that I've been doing a lot of videos for, and I thought, oh yeah, I forgot about my Football Manager video, so I thought I'll go ahead and do that because I keep putting this sort of project on the back burner. I've done stories for it for some other websites and stuff like that, Football Manager websites, and I thought if I leave it on the back burner, it's just going to end up the same as the other ones and go by the wayside. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. And today it's going to be another FA Cup match. So I just really pick the exciting matches, really. Last time out we played Vauxhall and we just got through by scoring a last minute goal, and we beat them 2-1 to avoid us going into extra time. Well, since then we've played Glossop, which that was me coming straight back from a little bit of an absence of playing, and we had an absolutely perfect game against Glossop. We hammered them 5-0, kept them at bay. They had 5 shots on goal, and all of those were off target. And we had 8 shots on target and scored 5 goals from those. Mark Hughes is an absolute beast and got a hat trick. Patrick Vaz got a penalty and took that away nicely. And Fergus Bell just finished things off there at the end, getting the 5th goal. And then we came up against Congleton, which we had a little bit more of trouble with. Mark Hughes got us underway again, and then at the beginning of the second half, Congleton pulled it back to 1-1. I then went and took Fergus Bell off, who had a bit of a bad game. It was really lean for making himself chances. So I put Gordon Patton on, and lo and behold, he scored within his about first or second touch of the game. He got onto a ball and just lifted it over the keeper. And then Mark Hughes scored an absolute wonder strike from miles and miles out. It just looped over the keeper and then just under the post and was in. It was an absolute cracking goal. And we won that one 3-1 as well. So in the draw we got Boreham Wood at home. So that's another. And Boreham Wood, I think is it the Blue Square North again, I think? No, the Blue Square South. Where Boreham Wood is, I don't know, to be honest. I honestly don't know. But that's who we've got next. And I think it's kind of the penultimate round to the FA Cup proper. I think once we play this, it's the Conference Premier teams, the big boys of the non-league come in. And then I think it's after that round, League 2 sides enter. And that's really the FA Cup proper. The rounds are kind of screwed up on this game. It's saying like we're in the 5th round, where really it's just the qualifying rounds, really. We're not actually through to the FA Cup proper yet. And the team, as it stands, is pretty much right, but I'm going to put, because of his goal scoring prowess, I'm going to put Gordon Patton on. On paper, he's not meant to be as good as Fergus Bell, but Fergus Bell seems to have games where he's either good or he's bad. Callum O'Kane is a guy I got from Sheffield. He's an ex-Sheffield United youth. He had his first game, the last game, and did absolutely amazing, but he's got 89 and he might be a bit leggy, so I'm going to just go ahead and put Ed Williams back in because he's steady Eddie, so he should do okay. I think I'm going to go for the counter-attacking formation first. But Patrick Vaz is going to be there. For this one, I don't know about Park. I'm thinking to add a bit of quality. Oh no, Eric Farrell's still on international duty, so I think I'm going to keep it with Sean Park. We've got Matt Lomax on the bench if he's not performing well. But I think that's about more or less the team that I'm going to have to go with, though. And other things that have cropped up while playing this game, seeing as we haven't lost since July in pre-season, so the football side of it's going amazing. Just a little bit of problems with man management. 2 of the strikers. Well, first, Fergus Bell didn't start any games for about the first 7 games of the season due to Patton's absolutely amazing work of scoring goals. Kind of kept him out. and he was whinging for game time, which he's since had, and he's done pretty well. But because of the amount of strikers that I've got, it's kind of led to problems. Like one of the other guys I've got, who's not really going to be getting any game time anytime soon, is whinging now as well. And he wanted to go out on loan, and funnily enough, he did say he was fine with going out on loan. Usually, if you offer to send them out on loan, they'll say, "Oh, I'd rather move permanent." But he said he was fine with going out on loan. But the only thing is, no one will come in on loan for him to take him out on loan. And also, the veteran striker that we got, Jamie Forrest, has also expressed the same concerns as well. I'm going to tell them the same thing, but I'm going to also tell them though that I've got faith in them and that I think they can do a job against this team. So we're going to send them out there. Hopefully, being at home, it's not going to be a bit of a... Sometimes though, doing the counter-attacking, you can invite them on. I found you can invite them onto you, which sometimes it ends up being better to play the attacking style. And I've had Boreham Wood before, and I've not had the best luck against them. They beat me, I think, the last time that I played them. But I'm just going to tell everybody to retain possession as a priority, really. Oh, and it's a goal! And we were speaking, and we're already in front. An own goal. We've forced an own goal, and that's probably the good thing that we've now put it to counter-attacking, because going behind like that, they are going to throw the kitchen sink at us, basically. And look at that. Holt House is absolutely full. It's actually called something else now. They've actually got sponsorship. It's something like XLCR or something. Stadium. Oh, Mark Hughes almost scored already. And to say that we are on the counter-attacking style of football, we just seem to be overrunning them at the moment. And it just shows the measure of how well the teams gel together. It's been pretty much a similar team playing more or less all the time, and the odd time that people will get a rest in, say, like cup games. But for the league games, it's pretty much an unchanged squad. I've been blessed not to have injuries really either, apart from Willie Borland, and to be honest, it's been kind of a blessing in disguise, because it's meant that Harry Rubins, the ex-Chelsea youth and Bristol City reserve player, and Stephen Sterling, they've both been playing together in the centre midfield, and they've struck up quite a good partnership together, and they seem to have gelled quite well together now. So Willie Borland's actually going to have some work cut out, even though he's our captain, to get back in the team. Oh, and that was a bit unlucky that they couldn't find Morella there with that. But everyone so far is working, putting a decent shift in, and Patton's on one-on-one is usually really good at these, yes, and there's the goal. I was going to say, Patton, I'll back him more or less every time. If he's one-on-one with a keeper, he will put it past him. He's just an amazing player. I'd never signed him before. I just saw his stats and thought, his stats look really good for this level. So I couldn't resist putting a bid in for him. And I was really lucky that every single striker that I went in for ended up wanting to come to the club. And that's why I'm having the problems with trying to keep them all happy now. So we're probably going to see a little bit of an exodus at the club, either in January or at the end of the season, where some players leave. It's like I keep getting suggestions as well for other young players to sign up and things like that, and I'm like, I haven't really got room to keep everybody happy as it is. I've kind of got like a little reserve team going now, with young players that I've signed from various clubs. So they're playing in the reserve matches, and other players that aren't getting first team football are being involved in those matches just to try and keep the fitness up. And Patrick Vaz has been absolutely amazing on that side. Oh, and it's not going to count. I was going to say it seemed a bit flat, the way the commentary were going. But how Patrick Vaz isn't getting into the reunion national side, I don't know. Because Eric Farrell's currently away on international duty with them. He's just played against South Africa, and he's got another match against Angola that's coming up in a few days. And I don't know how he's getting picked, to be honest, over Patrick Vaz, because they're both decent players. And it's another goal. Patton is just a goal-scoring machine. He's absolutely amazing at this level. I've got no other words for him. Every time he's one-on-one with the keeper, that ball is going in the back of that onion sack. But yeah, like I said, Eric Farrell's getting picked, but Patrick Vaz is also a reunion national, and he gets overlooked, even though he's my first choice left winger. And I've also got Martin John as well. He goes out on international duty with Gambia. So for a tiny club like us, we've got two international players, even if they are, way down in the world rankings. And we're playing amazing so far, so I can't really say a bad word for them. We're winning Boreham Wood 3-0. This is something I didn't imagine, because the last time I played Boreham Wood, I think I got beat 3-1 or something like that. But I would say that my team's probably a lot stronger than the last time that I played. This is probably the strongest Colne squad that I've ever had in the first season. And everyone's on modest wages as well, really. Like the money that I did give arrange for Colne to get, that was after I'd already signed everybody. So I used the £1,000 a week that was already there. Oh, and it was a tame header by Vaz, but we don't really need to score anymore. I've probably not kept an eye on their substitutions, but I found that the way that I'm marking the players has been really effective now. The way I tightly mark the strikers and the wide midfielders and just close down the centre of the pitch, just really constricts and suffocates them. If they put it wide, we're straight on them, and if they go through the middle, we're on their arses before they can do anything, try and make any passes. And we've even shown here that a team several leagues above us, struggling to contend with the chemistry that we've got going together with these players and the tactics we're using. I mean, I don't know how much further we'll continue to have success with the team. I mean, they keep telling me to take Bateman out of the team as the keeper because his form's poor, but to be honest, he hasn't really conceded many goals. I mean, I've got him who's an ex-Aberdeen and West Brom trainee, and the other player's an ex-City trainee, so there's not much in him. But Gregory Hartley, who's the other keeper, is very inconsistent, and he's a lot more inconsistent, I found, than Bateman. So I just stuck to my guns with the keeper and kept him in. But just as a way of interacting with anyone who ends up watching this, I'd like to just see how things are going at the moment for you as an actual football fan, because like I said in my other videos, I'm a Burnley fan, and at the minute life's not been too fun in the Premiership, but I suppose realistically I couldn't have expected any less. But it was really frustrating because, just to put it in a time frame, it's Sunday now, and the last game was Saturday, was against West Ham at home, and we lost 3-1. But in all honesty, I really felt we let ourselves down in that game. Because within the first half we could have been 2-0 up, and we just didn't take our chances, and then we just completely switched off for 20 minutes of that game and just gave them the game basically. But we have a real problem of getting the ball in the back of the net when we've got the penetration. When we're going towards their area, we just don't seem to put it away. So it's something that's really worrying for us. I just think maybe that Burnley, the board, could have maybe just splashed out on a top quality striker instead of Sordell and Jutkiewicz, who I'm not going to completely dog Jutkiewicz because he does seem a hard worker. Sordell, to be honest, is very average in my estimation. I'm just going to go ahead and put Jordan Bourne on. Yeah, but just like to hear how you think your season's going at the moment, whoever you support. Let us know if you're happy, if you're not so happy. Have we got a penalty there? We've got a penalty as well now. So we could add more misery to Boreham Wood here by giving them an absolute tonking. And it could be Patton for his hat-trick. And he's got the hat-trick. Well done, sir. Well played. Man of the match for certain now with that hat-trick. And look at all the fans there going wild. I think it's a full house. I'm not too sure. It might be at full capacity. Oh no, well maybe not actually, but that's the away end I think. But the home end, it looks like it's probably full capacity. Oh, and Hughes almost there. I'll just go ahead and put Fergus Bell on for Mark Hughes for a few minutes. Give Mark Hughes a well-deserved rest because he's been really good in the last 3 games. He's bagged himself about 5 goals. So, yeah, I'm really happy with that result. And we absolutely hammered Boreham Wood. So I needn't have worried about playing these. So I think that was the penultimate one until we get to the FA Cup proper. So I'm really glad we're through. So at the very least, maybe in the next round, we could get a Conference Premier team. Who knows who we're going to get. But maybe it could even be better for having 3 higher up teams. Maybe we could get a small fry in the next round just to make sure that we get a league team. Anyway, that's all I've got time for. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video and you'll be back to watch the next one. But that's all I've got time for. So thanks for any likes or anything like that anyone gives me. Really appreciate it. But that's all I've got time for, like I said, and I'll see you next time.